This is it. Games don't get any bigger than this one. We've worked our way through the group stages, the knockout phases, and today we face off against Inter Milan in our first Champions League final. Here we go then, the time is now. The big one is upon us as we are going to be facing off against Inter Milan in our first Champions League final of the save. So let's have a little look at the competitions page. If we have a look at the Champions League as itself, in terms of for us, let's see how the group stage went for us. So you can see that, where are we? So you can see that in Group H at the bottom there, we qualified by playing 6, winning 4, drawing 1 and losing only 1. We played against Napoli, Seville and Zenit St Petersburg to get out the group stage. In the first knockout round, we came through with that impressive 4-3 aggregate victory as Daniel James really took AC Milan apart when we experimented with the Zaz Blue for one game. Then in the quarter-final stage, we had the might of Spain come and play against us. 3-1 victory against Real Madrid overall meant that we went through to face off against the other half of the Spanish powerhouse, and we beat Barcelona 5-2 on aggregate in that thrilling game in the semi-final. That all leads to the final. We are going to be playing in Hungary in the Puskás Arena as we face off against Inter Milan. So this is a bit special. Let's show you the lineup that is hopefully going to bring big ears to Leeds. For a big game, you need a big lineup, and all of our first teamers are obviously going to be restored. So let's run through the starting 11 in the Champions League final. So we have Meslier in goal, Firpo, Woba, Konate and Singo, our reliable back four. Phillips and Bentancur will be our two starting midfielders, with Daniel James, De Ketelaere and Rafinha as the attacking three, feeding the ball to Benjamin Šeško. So it doesn't get any bigger than this. The players hopefully aren't feeling too nervous. We had the little team talk before. We don't expect to win the competition. Well, we want to. We think we can. But yeah, I tried to downplay it a little bit. The players are a bit receptive to that. But I think we can go out there and give a really good account of ourselves. So let's start the game and see what happens in our first Champions League final. So then, this is it. The lineups are in. Inter Milan's is on the screen. You can see they've got a few players from the Premier League there. Delo. They had Emi Martinez in goal, which is a little bit of a strange one. Didn't see that one coming, but I suppose in 2025, Football Manager has shuffled the pack quite a lot, and it means that some players are playing for quite big teams. And we are off and running in the first Champions League final. Barella with a corner in. And Meslier, I don't think knew too much about that. He's made a save, but I think the ball just kind of hit him and it dropped down. And now Inter Milan are turning back on the attack. I've just noticed Damsgaard is on that side of the field. Here he is on the ball. He's a player on the potential superstars of FM22 list, and he's causing havoc early in the game. 3.5 minutes gone, and Inter Milan are racking the shots up. Let's hope we can settle into the game because it doesn't look like we are really doing too well early on. Inter are all over us. 4 shots and 3 on target in terms of the amount of chances created by Inter. We are yet to register anything in their half. 15 minutes almost on the clock, and they are knocking it about confidently in the middle before Bentancur steals in. He's played the ball through to Šeško. He can't get it. It's a little bit behind him. He has to turn back. Can't pick the ball up in his path. And Inter intercept the ball. But if they're prone to making mistakes high up the pitch, which they've done again here as Šeško steals the ball, Daniel James is in. I thought for a second that was just going to dip in, to hit the top of the crossbar and gone over. Wow, that would have been some goal. I was just talking about Inter Milan making mistakes high up the pitch. They'd already done it once. They then give the ball back to Šeško. If he could have made more out of that, Daniel James, he could have been in dreamland in the first half. But instead, Inter have the ball again, knocking it about confidently at the back. But if they're prone to mistakes, we should be pushing onto them here. And Sheshko is looking to get after the ball, but they are knocking it about a little bit more confidently this time until they just lump it forwards to Firpo. And now Calvin Phillips and Bentancur are going to try and make something happen. Daniel James is looking to roast them again, gets into the box, cuts it back. There's Charles de Catalaire with the first goal of the Champions League final for Leeds United as we smash our way into the lead. This is a brilliant goal. I was about to say Daniel James did all the damage against Inter's City co-parts with AC Milan, and he's gone into the box, done it again, turned back, rolls the ball into the path of De Catalaire, and De Catalaire smashes it into the top of the net to give us a 1-0 lead. So this game is turning around a bit. We have grown into it, just like I said. And now Firpo with the throw-in. What is Emi Martinez doing there? We don't care, because the most unlikely of goal scorers, Wilfred Singo, has scored a second in the Champions League final. This is an absolute mental goal. Firpo just with a long throw-in. And Martinez has tried to slap the ball clear. I don't know why he's come racing towards it. I mean, he's going against Daniel James, who's the shortest player on the team. And he slapped the ball straight to Singo, who's nodded it down into the far corner. And all of a sudden, we have a 2-0 lead in a Champions League final. This is absolutely amazing. As we're trying that technique again. I don't know where that's come from. I don't think we've scored a single long throw goal in the entire 4 seasons that we've completed. And now we have 2 in a Champions League final. What is going on here? So Singo with the long throw this time. Sheshko gets up in front of the goalkeeper. He's probably blocked him. But it's Rafinha that taps the ball into the far corner. And we really are in dreamland. It's 3-0 in the Puskás Arena in Budapest. And we are 3-0 up in a Champions League final. We are not making any changes to this team. We look like we are absolutely rampant. Providing we can just hold tight at the back, we're well on our way. We've got to Catalaire on a booking, so maybe he will be one to come off, and I might switch one of the defensive midfielders just so we can shore up in these areas that they've got the ball now, because they are looking dangerous going forwards. Damsgaard, just outside the penalty area, lays it back for Latoro. They're knocking it about between them. Traore to Pedro. Brozovic with the shot from outside the box. And that's a great goal, isn't it? His 6th goal of the season from outside the box. Bends it up and over Meslier. Nothing he could do about that, really. And we can't complain because the defenders are doing the right thing. They're forcing the ball backwards. When Brozovic sets it out of his feet, bent it round past Meslier. Maybe somebody could have got there a little bit quicker to close it down. But all of a sudden, Inter Milan have got their tails up. So let's make those changes that we were hinting at. Let's see. Let's bring Verratti on for De Catalaire. And let's bring... who do we bring on? Let's bring on Ryan Gravenberch in place of Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips seems to be struggling a little bit. Hopefully he'll still get his hands on the trophy anyway. But yeah, fingers crossed. We can just shore it up, see this game out with 3-1 lead. Let's just go and get a couple of more goals. Here's Singo with the ball across. Daniel James is involved again. He's crossed it in. And there's Sheshko running backwards with the header. Tries to put it into the far corner. Not happening this time. It's still 3-1 with roughly 22 minutes left to go. The game is looking quite even all of a sudden. Our XG of 0.93 with our 3 goals on the board is quite impressive. We're just really looking to run this one down, I think. A couple of players are looking tired, but I don't think any of them will care because the adrenaline will just kick in at this point. We're waiting for something to happen, but it's not coming. And all of a sudden, we have the free kick that Rafinha just kind of pinged in without moving his foot. And then there was a mad scramble as they clear it away. Singo picks the ball up, and I think this is just running out to a natural conclusion. And we are going to win the Champions League. So stick that bad boy on the honours list, as we have now won the Premier League and the Champions League. Not in the same season, unfortunately, but in consecutive seasons. We won the Premier League last year. We have now won our first ever Champions League. Give that trophy to club captain Calvin Phillips. He's going to lift it high in the air. The fireworks go off. The confetti falls. This is an amazing feeling, as this is how we build games up. We really want to get to where we are and to hit the pinnacle and the heights that we have now hit. With this man lifting a Champions League and a Premier League, there's nothing else you can ask for, really, is there? Don't know really what to say. The previous finals and the way we won the Premier League have both been dramatic. Even though we started the game off slowly, the way we killed the game off in the first half was so impressive in this game. And we are going to have another trophy to add to that honours list that you see down below me at the start and end of all the videos. So let's jump back to the home screen. Let's just soak it up a little bit. And then in tomorrow's episode, we'll be doing the season review where we bring you all of everything that has gone on. So let's jump through the dressing room. Let's look at what the plaudits. Daniel James is the man who is going to get all of the fingers pointed at him in terms of the player who inspired us in the Champions League final. There it is, confirmed, £17.1 million extra for winning the Champions League. So that is good. Medals have been handed out to the players, and I am now regarded as one of the top English managers. Staked his claim that he's one of the most successful English managers of all time after winning the Champions League, boasting a record that is comparable to the greatest. I think I'm a little bit short of that, but I'll take it anyway. Been told that the Leeds fans worship me for winning the Champions League for the first time, and as you can see, Daniel James is going to get a nice pat on the back for his role that he played. So let's jump to the home screen. In fact, no, let's go to the competition screen and we'll show you that we have won the Champions League. We finished fourth in the Premier League and qualified through that also. We are now also going to be playing in the Club World Championship, which according to this starts in 15 days. So might have to extend season 4 a little bit, see if we can't get our hands on another trophy. Where is this Club World Championship being played? Host to Morocco. So we're going to be travelling out to Morocco. So don't know what stage we'll join that yet. But if there's a season review coming up, let's see what happens. So we've more money. Champions Cup television revenue 12 million. 2 million nearly for coefficient ranking pool money. Okay, doesn't seem to have a season review just yet, but we're going to wrap this one up here, and then tomorrow it's going to either be the season review or we're just going to go on and keep playing games and hopefully get a good result in the Club World Championship. What an absolute extraordinary game of football. We went out to Hungary with one thing on our minds, winning the Champions League, and we did it in style. A 3-1 victory sees us bring the trophy home. Calvin Phillips has probably got it in his bed somewhere right now, and that is exactly what we were looking for. I did say it. I had an inkling that if we couldn't win the Premier League, we were going to go and win the Champions League, and we duly delivered. So, if you're at this point of the video and you've enjoyed today's video along with the other 4 seasons that are almost complete, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help the channel out. Appreciate everybody who is still coming along, still doing that for me. Thank you very much. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there, and I'll see you tomorrow with either a season review or a Club World Championship game. We'll find out either way, and I'm pretty sure you'll find out from the thumbnail which one it is. But come back tomorrow to see which of the 2 we have.